Cricket Bars Unplugged. Adam Collins here at the Gabba with Joe Burns, Australian opening batsman, back into the side 4 years ago when you came into the Test 11 at the Gabba, your home ground. You made your first ton. You must feel very comfortable coming in and batting here again.
Yeah, it's very exciting. The first Test of the summer at the Gabba. It's a great place to play cricket. It's a great place to bat. It's great fans that come out and support us. So it's just exciting now that the home Test summer's about to start.
A great Test record, really, all things told, at the top of the list. There have not been many batters that have averaged 40 for Australia. You've done that, 400s in 16 Tests. Didn't get to play in England this year, which I know was disappointing, but now you've got that chance again. How important is it to you?
Oh, look, from my perspective, I'm just looking forward to getting out there and batting and hopefully making plenty of runs and contributing to the team's success. Obviously, selections come and go, and it's a great opportunity this week to play for your country, but I've just tried to prepare as best I can, and now looking forward to getting in the contest with the bowlers and spending plenty of time at the crease.
Historically, Australia love a right-hand, left-hand opening batting combination. It's tried and true. It's worked for a really long period of time. You and David Warner have batted nicely together in the past, but it must be hard yakka running between the wickets with Davey out here in the Brisbane heat, no matter how acclimatised you are being a Queenslander.
Yeah, it certainly can get hot, but you always remind yourself that it's probably feels a hell of a lot hotter for the bowlers. So you want to keep them out there for long periods of time. If you're getting tired running between wickets, it's a nice feeling because hopefully you're making plenty of runs. So look, it's our home conditions. We know them well. We've got a really good game plan for how we're going to come up against their bowlers, and keeping them out there in the field for long periods of time is a big part of that. So hopefully, we're running between wickets for plenty of hours out there this week.
I mentioned that you're 30 years of age, so coming usually into the prime of the career for a batsman. Is that how you feel as well, that you've had that Test experience, 16 opportunities to wear the baggy green, but this should be the time when you're most prolific?
Yeah, I think by the time you get to 30, you've got a lot of experience behind you, and you know your game really well, and you can go into each game you play with a lot of confidence, and more than anything, you just feel comfortable with the game that you've got. You know how it's going to feel and how it's going to look to make runs, and you know the things you need to do in your training to prepare well, and you get to the game and you almost go into autopilot by game day and just play the game. You've played so many games before, and nothing changes this week, and it allows you to enjoy it a lot more as well.
Joe, one of the things I'm interested in is when you're out of the side. Obviously, you've had a chance to play for Australia for an extended period of time. Then you've been out of the side for a while as well. Do you go back and watch old tape of yourself making tons for Australia and stuff like that? How do you maintain that balance?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you look at times that you've made runs and had success, and you try and replicate that and tap into, I guess, the fundamentals of what you did well on that day, and things to improve going forward. Every game you play, you want to be a better player and draw from experiences from the past and continue to work hard to develop your game. The game never gets easier, so you got to stay on top of your training and always try and be better each day with your preparation. And I think that's a big part of, as you get older, you've trained more, you've played more, you understand what you need to do, and hopefully it equates to better performances as you gain that experience.
The last time you played for Australia, made 180 up at Canberra. No David Warner, no Stephen Smith in that side. What's it like being back in the dressing room with a couple of guys you've played a lot of cricket with?
Oh, it's fantastic. They're champions of the game. They'll go down as greats of the game. So you obviously learn as much as you can off them. And then the big thing for me is trying to contribute around them as much as you can. You don't want to leave it to a Steve Smith or a Dave Warner. You still got a big job to do, especially as an opening batter, and still focusing on the fact that you got to prepare well and play a big part in the game still. It's very easy sometimes to look up at the other end and see you got Davey or Smudge, and almost you don't want to get complacent thinking that they can get the runs. You've got a job to do. You're in the top 6 for the country, and you got to go out there and perform. So that's always been my focus when you play for Australia, and nothing will change.
Last but not least, what sort of preparation you did a day before a Test match? That last net, I saw you out there batting before, outside then inside. What sort of things do you try and do just to stay focused at the last minute before you're going to walk out in front of a packed Gabba tomorrow?
I literally try and replicate every bowler that I'm going to face. We've obviously done our planning earlier in the week, and then you work on the skills during the training sessions and the days leading up to it. But the day before the game, I'll get whoever's throwing balls to, I guess, replicate the angles and the balls that the bowlers are going to deliver in their first overs, and just try and get through that. And then once I'm in a game, if I'm through the first over, you kind of sum it up on the day and develop plans from there. But it's about being sharp for the first 6 balls from each bowler.
Joe Burns, you better go inside. It's getting hot out here. Do your last-minute preparations. A lot of goodwill towards you this week. Everyone wants you to do really well. Best of luck.
Thank you very much.